We're gonna play a fun little game called Poppin' Off. Carson Palmer is in the house.
Ray Allen.
Reggie Miller. Ice Cube. Ronda Rousey. Johnny Knoxville.
30 seconds for you to make as many shots as possible.
While I ask you questions and you try not to embarrass yourself. Ready to play?
I'm going for the top spot.
I'm coming for you, Ray.
Has anyone scored 69 yet?
This is Poppin' Off.
Better Michael, Jordan or Jackson?
Jackson.
Your guilty pleasure.
Ice cream.
Who wins in a fight, you or Bill Nye?
I outweigh him by 100 pounds.
Oh no, the scoreboard official 2.
That's gotta be wrong.
He's got 18. Yeah, Ray. I told you I was coming for you. 128, baby. 128. Get out of here, Reggie Miller.
After the fight's over, what's the coolest thing to have?
Hot wing.
I'm still the president. You can't impeach me.
So you do think they're a little bit softer in today's NBA. Cut the cameras and you look great.
They are softer. No need to cut.
Oh my God, I can't believe I said that out loud.
Can I get a selfie with this?
Yes!
Good afternoon and welcome to Tacoma, Washington as Reign FC hosts the Houston Dash. I'm Josh Tolt and with me is the keeper Jen Cooper. And Jen, today marks the last match day before the World Cup break, and for Reign FC they are getting more comfortable at Cheney Stadium, winning their last 2 home games, but they are taking on a Dash team who has yet to lose on the road this season as Houston looks to spoil Reign FC's 2-game win streak, but they have their work cut out for them today as we look at the storylines for this afternoon.
Reign in the middle of a 4-match homestand. They've been rocking it at Cheney Stadium, their new home. Houston Dash, it's crazy to think that they are the only team that's unbeaten on the road, and they are holding on to a 6-game scoring streak. Club record could extend that today.
And we'll take a look at tonight's players to watch as we get a look at Haley Hansen, the 7th overall pick in 2018.
Top pick last year for the Dash, and she's been an important piece this year, taking it to the next level as a sophomore in the league. And today, James Clarkson is slotting her into the number 10 spot, hoping that her mobility will get more balls forward for the front line.
Looking to change things around for the Houston Dash, trying to create more opportunities as we look at the Dash players representing the World Cup.
7 players at the World Cup, all key pieces, especially all 4 of those Canadians, most of whom are starting. But what we're really looking for today in terms of absences, Claire Polkinghorn, this is her first game not with the Dash.
And for Reign FC, a player that they're going to rely on is a player they got last week from Lyon, and Jess Fishlock.
The Reign, unlike everyone else where their players are leaving, Reign, their players are coming back, and you can't have a better player return than Jess Fishlock, winning that Champions League title, and she has played 117 matches before today for the Reign. They are so lucky to have her back.
And Jess Fishlock, such another piece for this Reign team. Coach Vlatko Andonovski couldn't say enough great things about her, and he said there was no way that she was going to take off any time last week. Giving her that full 90, she is back and she is ready to go.
And I'm sure all the opponents were hoping that she would come back and need a little bit of rest. No, she went straight, played the full game.
Some of those players like Jess Fishlock, they're athletes that did not want to ever come out, and we'll have lineups for you when we return. Reign FC in Houston.
Hey, Jen, which tie says trustworthy but also fun?
Gold down, oil up. Oil down, gold up.
This is too busy. We need to make sure people can actually use this stuff.
Which one says hours of free live streaming coverage without cable or subscription fees?
Aluminum. Aluminum.
You ready, Zach?
Oh, we're ready.
Welcome to the show. Let's make finance make sense.
We're gonna play a fun little game called Poppin' Off. Carson Palmer is in the house.
Ray Allen.
Reggie Miller. Ice Cube. Ronda Rousey. Johnny Knoxville.
30 seconds for you to make as many shots as possible.
While I ask you questions and you try not to embarrass yourself. Ready to play?
I'm going for the top spot.
I'm coming for you, Ray.
Has anyone scored 69 yet?
This is Poppin' Off.
Better Michael, Jordan or Jackson?
Jackson.
Your guilty pleasure.
Ice cream.
Who wins in a fight, you or Bill Nye?
I outweigh him by 100 pounds.
Oh no, the scoreboard official 2.
That's gotta be wrong.
He's got 18. Yeah, Ray. I told you I was coming for you. 128, baby. 128. Get out of here, Reggie Miller.
After the fight's over, what's the coolest thing to have?
Hot wing.
I'm still the president. You can't impeach me.
So you do think they're a little bit softer in today's NBA. Got the cameras and you look great.
They are softer. No need to cut.
Oh my God, I can't believe I said that out loud.
Can I get a selfie with this?
Yes!
Welcome back to Tacoma, Washington. Josh Toll and Jen Cooper with you this afternoon as Reign FC hosts the Houston Dash. And what a game we have for you today between these two clubs as we take a look at the lineups for this afternoon. For Reign FC, they'll look slightly different than they did last week. The main change that they have, Kristen Westphal getting to start, and Chris McNabb, who's normally at left back, steps up into that midfield spot.
Yeah, the one player they're missing from last weekend's game, Beverly Yanez, a huge piece for the Reign to be missing. So McNabb pushing up, like you said, Westphal getting that start. Bev Yanez, she's played 100 something like that matches for the Reign, all of them, you know, with the same club. She's hard to replace.
Bethany Balser up top leads the team with 2 goals. Casey Murphy getting her second start of her NWSL career. And last week nearly had a clean sheet, went deep into the game, but just 1 goal late. But a great performance by Casey Murphy. But she has a tough go going against the Houston Dash as we'll take a look at their starting 11. Very familiar faces all around for them, but a couple rookies also getting some starts today.
Right, Allie Prysock getting her NWSL debut, first ever career start, center back pair with Amber Brooks since Claire Polkinghorn has left for the World Cup to play with Australia. Cece Kaiser up front getting her first NWSL start. She got her first minutes 2 weeks ago when Houston played Chicago. Other than that, it's the same lineup from 2 weeks ago, but 2 big changes there.
And Jane Campbell once again in at goalkeeper for the Dash. Start. Be in their orange kits, and Reign FC will be in their blue kits. And Jen, just before we get started here, your expectations from today's game.
Well, we said it earlier that Houston is the only team undefeated on the road, so they've got to keep that in the back of their mind. It's like, that's a nice streak to continue. This is a team they've already faced before in their opening game, but it's a very different lineup for both teams. Dash having lost a lot of World Cup players. Reign not so much losing active players as just some players getting injured and Jess Fishlock coming back in. So this is going to be a very different matchup than one we saw in April.
That one in April, the first game of the season for both these two teams, ended in a 1-1 tie. You had Nichelle Prince for Houston, not with the team right now. She's off on World Cup duty. She scored, as well as Darren Jenkins, where she got her lone goal in that game versus Houston Dash Club.
And that was her first career NWSL goal.
And also go back to that game too. Reign FC had a chance on a PK to win it by Jody Taylor, but a big stop by Campbell to end that chance. As we are underway here in Tacoma, Jenkins pushing forward. Jenkins works way to her right, and she fires that one. That's going to go out of play for Reign FC.
Jenkins, drafted by North Carolina in 2017, didn't really see any minutes as she was recovering from an injury suffered in her last college season. Saw a little bit of time with the club last year and acquired via trade for this season. So she's already played more minutes this season than she did the entirety of 2018.
Head coach Vlatko Andonovski saying that this could be her breakout year. Very excited to see what she can do going forward. And just, we haven't seen her full potential yet, and seeing what she can do the rest of this game going forward as that's played up. And now that's going to be taken away as it's given away right to Lauren Barnes. And she'll find Darian Jenkins. Jenkins played it inside, but that one knocked away. Brooks. Still switch it to the opposite side of the pitch. And that one's going to go out of play.
This field a little bit narrower than most of the NWSL pitches, though James Clarkson told me it wasn't really an adjustment that they needed to make for this game, since their training pitch at Houston Sports Park is about the same dimensions as this field here at Cheney Stadium.
Ohai plays it back. Barnes just outside the circle. Oyster. Trying to link up with Balser, unable to do so. Bethany Balser, the rookie at a Spring Arbor NAIA school. 2 goals on the year, had the beautiful header last week on the pass from Kristen McNabb. She is a player to watch out for, but the question is now, last week they got Jess Fishlock back, so 90 minutes under her belt. How she kind of shores up that, ties up that midfield, and just can present more problems to other teams, in this case tonight, like the Dash.
And that's the focus for the Dash, and I think it's a big reason that Haley Hansen moved into that center spot in midfield, is hopefully to contain Jess Fishlock. You know, Hansen's a little bit more mobile, so she can also help the attack, but that means you're dropping Mewis and Nairn further back in midfield.
Campbell all the way down past midfield, and that's going to go out for the throw for Reign FC. Reign FC on the year, 2 wins, 1 loss, 3 draws for 9 points. They currently sit 7th in the standings. For Houston Dash, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 10 points, right ahead of Reign FC in that 6th spot. We've talked about it here for a while, the difference in teams moving up and down in the standings here early in the season. You've already seen that now this week with Washington getting the win. They're now in the 1st spot in the standings. Both these 2 teams hoping to move up tonight.
Yeah, the standings are still so close, except for the bottom 2, that 3 points for either of these teams puts them right in the middle of the action. And as we go into the World Cup break, and by break I mean, you know, there's about 12 days where there's no NWSL game here.
Oyster able to pop that over to Barnes. Barnes being harassed by Kaiser. Huerta to Nairn. Mewis spins with it. The left foot by Huerta. Nairn. Brooks in the circle. Nearly gives it away, and then we'll have a late whistle, and this will go in favor of Houston.
But based on Amber Brooks's reaction, it looked like she was like, "What are you calling on me?" Oh, you're not calling it on me.
There's just a little leg-on-leg action there between Shea Groom and Amber Brooks. Shea Groom, her first goal in a Reign FC jersey last week.
Looks like Nairn's lining up for this shot. She's got a wicked free kick. She told me she used to practice with both of her brothers who were center backs, that they wanted her constantly feeding them balls to defend, and that really developed.
The delivery. Sent back, and no one there for Houston. Oh, high. Low liner, and that's going to find its way to Casey Murphy. Jenkins. Andrews playing to the outside. Teresa unable to get there. Kristen Westphal getting her first start in her 4th year out of the University of Florida.
One of several players that last year Seattle picked up in the Boston dispersal draft. Morgan Andrews is one of the other ones. And of course, Effioma Onomonu, that Seattle, or rather the Reign, picked up on waivers this year. She had been with Portland after this dispersal draft.
Barnes plays it forward. Andrews drops it off. A whistle, and this will go in favor of Reign FC. The service into the box. For Reign FC, they have won their last 2 games at home. They've got a point in every home game this year so far. 2 wins and 1 draw here at Cheney Stadium.
Nice way to start off a new venue. Back when they started off at Memorial Stadium, they moved there the 2014 season downtown Seattle. They ended up going a full 2 seasons without losing a single game at Memorial Stadium.
Back-to-back wins here last week against North Carolina in a 2-1 victory. And then previously against Chicago, that one also 2-1. So the pattern is if they get 2 goals, they're most likely going to get a win at home. But different week, different team. Houston has their work cut out as that's popped over the top for Ojai. Ojai shot, and that is going to be stopped. Ojai with a chance, so good with that left as well as her right foot. Very dangerous player that James Clarkson and Houston Dash fans are hoping can get going here and help provide more goals for the Dash.
With Rachel Daly off for the World Cup, definitely. And, you know, we might as well say it, Josh, she had some really big news earlier this week during Dash's off week. I think J.J. Watt should thank the league for scheduling an off week so that he could propose to Kaylee Ojai. And spoiler alert, she did say yes.
Congratulations to those two as they move forward. Now engaged, but yeah, what just a couple there in Houston, what they bring to that city is just an amazing thing that they have. And we talked about this off air, what J.J. Watt and her did, as well as Kaylee Ojai did when they were going through their injury recovery together.
Yeah.
And just how that brought them closer as a couple, and just how they challenge one another to get better and get healthier and come back stronger than ever.
And I love seeing him in a Dash jersey and tweeting about games.
Oyster on the outside. Fishlock. Casey Murphy, 6'1" goalkeeper.
She and Sam Leschnack, who we saw last night in her debut for Carolina, now we're finally seeing some keepers over 6 feet tall. No offense to the 5'10" or 5'11" keepers.
Hughes gets that one taken away. Slid through, but stopped by Brooks, but comes to Balser. Balser trying to get around Murray. Murray able to dispossess Balser. Muez. Going over the top, and flag is up against Ojai.
She used to hold the league record for offside calls, but actually that's now held by Jodie Taylor, who's not here because, of course, she's joined England for World Cup preparation. So maybe here's Kay's opportunity to grab that record back.
Her and Rachel Daly for the Houston Dash on England's squad. Groom. Nearly tripped up, still driving towards the box. Groom pushing it to the outside. That's going to be played out. I believe that's going to be last touch by Groom as she goes down to the turf hard.
And Amber Brooks instantly gets up and says, "What?" So here was the tweet last week after the proposal, and of course she said yes. Look at the number of retweets and likes on that. And it was a zoo in Houston earlier this week with the Dash had to have a press conference just to cover that. But congrats to Kaylee and JJ. And I should add, statistically, she's now the second person in her family to be married to a member of the Houston Texans, because her older sister Megan Cushing is married to Brian Cushing.
Megan actually won a championship with USC, if I'm not mistaken, in soccer.
Yes. It's a very competitive family.
Teresa's inward swinging ball. Headed backwards. Andrews flicks it forward. Headed forward. Ball loose and then cleared by Brooks. Good job by Brooks of clearing away that rebound.
And just like you mentioned in pregame that Jane, has, what did we say, 46, 48 consecutive starts at goal, which is the league lead right now. Amber Brooks is the active leader for consecutive minutes played, going all the way back to the final game of 2016 for the Dash.
Muse heads it forward, trying to link up with Hansen. Murphy's going to come out. Teresa making sure that Murphy could get there. Did a good job of shielding away the Houston Dash on that ball. Second time these two teams have met. Again, the first time at the very start of the year in the first game of the season in a 1-1 draw. Mewis plays it back. Fishlock takes it away. Try and get it through, ball to Jenkins. Campbell turns it over to Fishlock. Sidesteps to her right. And that one deflected by Naren. That's going to go out for a corner kick. Campbell, I don't think she's very happy with herself on that pass. That was ultimately taken away by Fishlock.
Yeah, you can't serve it up to a midfielder who's just won the Champions League title. Fishlock starting in the match for Lyon against Barcelona 2 weeks ago. They won 4-1.
Fishlock lines up. Service into the area. Barnes just outside the box. Sends it right back across. He was trying to clear it away. Balser. That one just over the bar. Balser, she does not look like a rookie. She never hesitates. When she has the ball at her foot, she is not afraid to fire away.
You can see that confidence building not only after her first goal in their first home game, but the second last game. And what a way to get a touch on this. Settles it down once. I mean, not even settled, just bringing it down. Nice right foot to loft it over to where, even if that was on frame, I doubt Jane would have been able to get a hand on it.
Broom tripped up, and we'll have a free kick from just outside the box. Another great opportunity here for Reign FC. Can they capitalize on it?
Satara Murray came over from 4 seasons at Liverpool to sign with the Dash in her home state of Texas. I bet she's pretty happy about Liverpool winning Men's Champions League yesterday.
Fishlock plays it in. Andrews. She'll go towards the 6, headed away by Brooks. And then Westfall just can't get the touch that she wanted. If she just gets a little bit more quality or is able to trap that and bring it down, maybe she can have a chance at putting that on frame.
Great defensive presence by Amber Brooks. She's reading the plays really well, getting there first with either her foot or her head.
Westfall. And Westfall will have to step back a little bit. Players always trying to sneak up on those throw-ins, trying to give themselves a little bit more yardage. Jenkins. Murray trying to turn and get to that ball. She'll be unable to do so. Groom offside for Reign FC on the season. 6 goals on the year for Houston Dash 7. Houston's allowed 8 on the season. Reign FC's allowed 7. Last week, Houston lost to Chicago 2-1. Huerta with the lone goal for the Dash in the 26th minute. Meanwhile, Reign FC, their first victory ever against North Carolina, as they got the win at home 2-1.
And of course, Dash's game was 2 weeks ago, so last weekend was their bye week. And after today's game, all teams have the next 12 days off as the league goes dark for the early games of the Women's World Cup.
Mewis able to fight through and win that ball. Oh, high. Taken away momentarily by Teresa, and she'll play it out.
Teresa, one of the few non-Brazilians in the league who wears her first name on her jersey. I asked around, apparently that came from, she's one of multiple Nielsen's on the Danish national team. So
Makes sense.
She just became Teresa. Vero for Utah, of course, does the same thing, which is why you don't really need to learn the pronunciation of her last name. You can just call her Vero.
You also have Celia, who's with the Spanish team.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously everyone knows Marta.
Yeah, all the rest of them are Brazilians. The Brazilians always do the one-name thing. Casey Murphy was starting keeper for the U.S. U20s in the 2016 Women's World Cup. She's also been an active member of the U23s. We've seen her called into camp for the senior team, but she's not yet been capped.
Fishlock. Trying to find Jenkins, unable to. Muez. Oh, high. In the area. And that one's going to be blocked out, corner. First corner of the afternoon for Houston Dash. Huerta lines up. Sent in by Naren. Headed away, but to Hansen. Huerta. Pricelock having to chase this one down for the Dash. Plays it back to Campbell.
It's not often that you see a rookie get her first start at center back, but having watched her play all of the preseason for Dash, she's played there all preseason, she's looked really comfortable. Big reason she was their top draft pick of their 6 picks this year.
All-American out of USC. Teresa having to move back about 10 or 15 yards there. Westfall. Just on the edge of the box, trying to get by Romero. Wins the ball back, but then unfortunately cannot control it for Reign FC.
Ari Romero going to take the throw again. She started at center back for Mexico in their game against the U.S. women's national team last weekend, the final game for the U.S. before they headed off to France. But she's been playing outside back mostly for Houston.
Westfall dispossessed on the play. Kaiser. Oh, high. Waiting for some help, gets it from Murray. Murray on the far wing. Aaron sends it in. And Murphy right there for Reign FC. Murphy, a 23-year-old out of Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Drafted by Sky Blue last year, but chose to sign with Montpellier in France instead.
Things worked out for her. Goalkeeper of the year, best 11.
Getting to play in Champions League and Coupe de France, so.
And she came over, originally thought to be a backup, but then you had the unfortunate injury to Michelle Betos. And Casey Murphy thrown into it last week. Got her first NWSL career win.
And if you're Vlatko Antonovsky, you've got to be feeling very lucky that you had already signed that player before the injury to Betos, because that would be a tough find to find a keeper that good in a spot.
Blocked out by Fishlock. Jenkins able to win that ball. Outside to Groom. Groom drops it off for Jenkins. Jenkins trying to split through two defenders, unable to do so. Groom sends it across the box, headed away. Barnes. Back to Oyster. NFC will patiently just build up.
And we don't talk about Lauren Barnes nearly enough, but you know, all-time leader in minutes played for NWSL. All of those minutes played for Seattle. Vlatko Andonovski just can't say enough good things about her. What she brings, especially as a leader, to a lot of now young players on this squad.
Leader, the stability that she brings. It's one of those players that goes unrecognized to a lot of people, but
especially as a defender, where you know you're not going to get assists, you're not going to get a goals, you're not going to have fancy plays, but to have a player like that week in, week out, going the full 90 is huge. Especially when we're talking about all these transitions of players coming in, players coming out, gone for international absences, getting injuries. To have that consistency is so key to a club's performance.
Jenkins.
She's played every season in this league. Seattle still is the team with the most original players from 2013 still with the team. And Bev Yanez, no, not Yanez, because she joined in 2014, but Fishlock would be another one of those. Betos also played with the club in 2013, but she spent some seasons elsewhere.
Groom and Murray fighting for possession. Teresa with the throw. Fishlock. Teresa. Oyster.
Looking at this field, Josh, I'm loving the...
Clipped into the box. Jenkins brings it down. The shot, and that one well off target.
I'm loving the plush green grass, the drums in the background. Even though you don't have stands on the far side, you've got trees and just a lot of foliage, and we can see the teams. You normally don't see the team benches. It's a shame they can't be in downtown Seattle anymore, but they knew that eventually they'd have to leave Memorial Stadium. I think this has been a great move for the club. And now we're at the point where there's only one club left in NWSL that is not playing on grass.
And that team is?
That team would be the Portland Thorns, who open their new, bigger, improved fancy stadium later today. They'll be hosting Chicago Red Stars.
4,000 seats added to Providence Park. And it's just been 253 days since they last had a home game there, so they're pretty excited to get going tonight after 6 games on the road to start the season. For Reign FC there in a 4-game homestand as Kaiser moves forward for the dash. Plays it to Hansen. Hansen with the right. Kaiser and Hansen doing a good job finding one another on that play. Just Hansen unable to get anything on frame.
Yeah, Hansen playing a little farther up than she has before. Hopefully Dash is looking to get some more out of that partnership with CZ Kaiser, making her first start. She earned her first minutes against Chicago 2 weeks ago.
27th minute here in Tacoma, Washington. Josh Toll and Jen Cooper with you this afternoon. Reign FC hosting the Houston Dash. Reign FC currently on a 2-game home winning streak, back-to-back games here at Cheney Stadium.
which is not named for Lauren Cheney, now Lauren Holiday, just to be clear. The naming of the stadium has nothing to do with the former WSL MVP.
Someone on Wikipedia is probably going to go change that right now. For Reign FC, they currently sit 7th in the standings. Houston 1 spot above them in the 6th spot.
Standings, of course, so close that 3 points for either of these teams, and boom, they're up in the mix again.
Balser with the left. Not able to get any power behind that shot attempt. Naren. It's going to go in favor of Houston. And you see the collision.
A win for Houston today puts them with 13 points, so they'd be tied with Utah on points, and they'd have the head-to-head tiebreaker. A win for Reign puts them at 12 points, so they'd be tied with North Carolina in 3rd. And Washington, as we mentioned before, in 1st place. That's the first time since late in the 2016 season that Washington has been on top of the table alone.
Campbell with 2 clean sheets on the year so far for Houston. Bua is able to get to that ball. High. Chips one across, punched away. Huerta gives it a go. That one blocked. Huerta wants a handball. And they're going to get it. We're going to have a PK chance for Houston.
I love the reactions from the players. Josh immediately like, handball, handball, handball. You knew exactly what they were asking for.
And now Houston with a great opportunity here in the 30th minute.
High gets that ball in there, gets it into the mix. Huerta trying to do something with it, goes straight into the hand of Morgan Andrews.
Huerta, and that one just to the left. Huerta had a chance, but just could not slot it home. And you go back to the first time these two teams met, Jody Taylor had an opportunity. As we take a look at the replay.
Oh, that would have been perfect. It was a few inches over. It's so close, but just too far. Not sure if Murphy would have been able to get a touch on it. And that's the first penalty kick attempt for Houston this season. They faced 3, none of which have gone in. 2 Jane saved and 1 was wide.
3 games in a row that happened.
Oh yeah, and I know Jane doesn't want to think about those anymore.
Fishlock moving forward with pace. Oh, and that one hits the back heels of Jenkins. Fishlock gives it a go.
Early on in the club's history, Dash went through a pretty long, ugly run of not being able to convert penalties. But they got into a groove once they had Carly Lloyd, and then Rachel Daly's been taking some.
Naren back to Brooks. Oyster nearly overran that. Kaiser in pursuit. She made that difficult for Casey Murphy, and she's going to have to play it out of play. Good pressure there by the rookie CC Kaiser.
I know there are so many SEC schools that are happy that she's no longer tearing things up against them.
Murray plays it back. That one taken away by Jenkins. Jenkins cuts inside. Through ball to Balser. Balser chips it over, and Balser is on the board for Reign FC. No, they're going to say. They are going to say gold for Balser.
Dash was calling for offside. We'll have to see the replay. Balser extending her lead as top club scored a 3.
And Houston was arguing, and our referee says no. And so Bethany Balser now with her 3rd goal of the season. and goals now in back-to-back weeks.
Dash's last game on the road against Utah. Oh, here's the Jenkins getting it through. Balser all by herself. It's a tough angle to see whether or not she was offside.
But Bethany Balser, what can you say about the rookie? She has been having a great year to start this season. She gets the goal in the 32nd minute.
Last road game for the Dash. They played at Utah. They went down 1-0 to an Amy Rodriguez goal. Came back with a brace from Rachel Daly to win 2-1. Of course, you don't have Daly today, but we'll see if someone else can step up for the Dash. And I'm sure Huerta's thinking, I had that opportunity. That was her 3rd career penalty kick attempt, and only the first one she's missed.
Darren Jenkins, the injured Reign FC player, able to walk off under her own power. Up lead to that goal by Bethany Balser.
And here's Onomonu, who the club picked up after she was waived by Portland Thorns.
So something happened there to Jenkins. It's enough to bring in Onomonu. Onomonu now making her 3rd appearance with Reign FC. She was let go earlier in the season by the Portland Thorns. As that's shot on, and that will go out of play. Trying to catch Casey Murphy off her line. Not used to Onomonu coming in this early. Head coach Vlatko Andonovski talked about the energy that she brings to the club, usually when she comes in as one of those late subs. And it helps to pick up the pace.
And someone to finish off a game.
Andrews plays it outside. Teresa down the line, trying to find Balser. Brooks there for Houston.
Much better clearance for Campbell this time.
Fishlock. Teresa sends one across, and that one brought down by Brooks. No danger there for Houston. Ohai. Sprinting forward. Ohai cuts to her left, and that one square ball across. Murray. Now Dash will just slow things down here, regroup. And a whistle on the far end of the pitch. Houston Dash with a chance on a PK by Sofia Huerta, as Krista McNabb is the injured Reign FC player on the pitch surface. And then moments after that PK miss, Reign FC would capitalize on a Bethany Balser goal. As we'll take a look back at some of the action that we had in the NWSL yesterday. North Carolina getting a victory, and what a night it was for Kristen Hamilton. 3 goals on this evening, 3 goals now for the season, and the all-important hat trick is what she got to help lead North Carolina to the victory, their first in 5 weeks.
First career hat trick for Hamilton. That's got to be nice to have on your resume, increasing her career total from 6 to 9 goals in one evening.
You see Krista McNabb there. Darren Jenkins just subbed off. I wonder if maybe Reign FC is going to have to use their 2nd sub here already in the first half. Hopefully everything's okay with her as they take a look at her left leg. But Krista McNabb had that big assist on the Bethany Balser goal last week on the header. It was just a great cross that found the head of Bethany Balser.
Well, McNabb was a 4th round draft pick in 2017, ended up earning a starting role that season, still with the club, still starting with the club, whereas their 1st round pick in 2017, barely got any minutes. So, a surprise acquisition in a way that performed way above expectations.
That's what you want to see, whether it's someone who's the #1 overall pick or someone who's a 4th rounder pick or someone like Bethany Balser who's undrafted. You want to see them exceed expectations and kind of prove the world wrong and make a name for themselves. And Kristen McNabb has done that very much so in her career.
Well, and the question always comes down to, how do college players transition to the league? Everybody wants to take it to the next level, but college soccer is a different game, and many conferences play very differently. It's a much shorter season, so it's not always easy for a player to transition to the pros.
You just talk about the speed, the quickness, compared pro game to college game. As Kaiser moves forward for Houston. Kaiser into the area, drops it off for Ojai. Ojai's left! Oh, and just to the right of the post. Ojai nearly had the equalizer here in the 38th minute.
Sneaky moves by the captain, but great work by Kaiser to get it up to Ojai, who almost looks like it's going to be taken from her with that slide tackle, but no, she just calmly keeps moving, slots it just wide.
And there you talk about the quickness, the athleticism that you see, as we'll have another substitution on, and Morgan Profit on, Kristen McNabb off, so already the 2nd substitution of the afternoon for Reign FC.
It's been a very challenging year for the Reign when it comes to injuries, not just to Michelle Betos, but other players as well.
Reign with a great opportunity. What a stop by Jane Campbell on that one, though. Able to shut down Shea Groom.
Looked like a little bit of confusion between Prysock and Nairn having dropped all the way back. But great reaction save, just shot block from Jane Campbell to keep it 1-0.
Jane Campbell showing why she's one of the best in the business. Came off her line, knew what she wanted to do to challenge that shot. Was able to get the block. Otherwise, Reign FC is looking at having 2 goals on the board. Teresa. Oyster towards midfield. Groom trying to get by Brooks, unable to do so, but wins her team a throw. Clipped across.
Defense looking a lot more organized.
Westfall. Andrews.
You know, Josh, I think back to the first game between these clubs in April. Reign had the same thing. They had 2 players sub out in the first half.
Sent across and pushed down from behind was Bethany Balser, but not enough there to warrant a whistle.
Those were 2 pretty serious injuries. Of course, Jasmine Spencer, season-ending injury in that game. Westfall also going out. These thankfully look like much more minor injuries.
Seen both teams with opportunities here this afternoon for goals, but Reign FC with the lone goal from Bethany Balser in the 32nd minute. Fishlock trying to link up with Balser. Slow roller back to Campbell. Played out by Prysock. Teresa Andrews. Groom gives it a go. That one well off to the left for Shea Groom.
And you know Dash want to go into the locker room on a high, so hoping to get a equalizer to kind of, you know, take that momentum into the locker room.
A few minutes left here in the first half to give themselves a chance at that. The Reign FC not slowing down either, as they're looking for that second goal. Teresa far side. Oyster. That one somehow kept in on that far touchline. Groom. Trying to go through the legs of Murray, unable to do so.
Nice clearance by Prysock. Get it out of that mess.
Groom able to keep that one in, but Fishlock unable to get there. Brooks plays it back to Campbell. Naren on the outside. Romero. Ball over the top. Westfall. Profit. Onomonu. Try to slide one through to Balser, able to do so. Balser, and that one off frame.
Great pressure by Prysock to make her shoot wide. Prysock in her NWSL debut, or as we like to call her in Houston, short sock, because her socks are usually barely covering her shin guards. But she keeps the pressure on. Balser knows she's there. She's forced her outside, so she really has no angle on goal. If she got a better shot off, Jane had the near side covered.
45th minute here in Tacoma, Washington at Cheney Stadium. Reign FC 1, Houston 0. Muez. And there will draw a whistle, and now a free kick coming for the Houston Dash. Have 3 minutes of stoppage here in the first half. But now Dash with a great look here near the end of the first half. Huerta and Naren line up. Looping towards the 6, headed away by Balser. Groom clears it down. Where it's to the outside of Murray. Murray stumbles, but is able to get back up.
She can be so speedy up that flank, and we've seen her all season being able to deliver balls into the mix, hoping for somebody to finish.
Naren sends it across. Murphy doing a good job just coming up and collecting that ball. Balser in the box. The cross cleared away by Prysock. Kaiser trying to get there. If anything, at least made Murphy played it out past that far touchline.
Good pressure.
Oh, high. Houston maybe with one last run here in the first half. Oyster. That one deflected off a Dash player. Rain FC has won their last 2 at home. Look for their 3rd straight. They're on a 4-game homestand. This being the 3rd of those 4 games. Andrews. You see Murray and Groom going at it, and this will go towards Murray. That'll be our first yellow card of the afternoon. That one going to Shea Groom.
She's always pretty feisty. I liked how Vlatko described her goal last week as a signature goal from Shea Groom, all hustle and determination.
The delivery, high lofting ball. Murphy was able to punch that one away. Now Fishlock looks to turn and go. Onomonu into the area, cuts to her right. That will be the final whistle of the first half.
What work by Kaiser. She's on the flank and then she's running back in the middle to win that ball.
Onomonu sending one to the top of the 18. Maybe Fishlock has a chance to gain her foot on a possible chance at a shot on frame. But Jen, our score, Rain FC 1, Houston Dash, your overall thoughts here of the first half?
Dash unlucky not to go up on that first goal, and Rain punished them for it. But they're in this match. You know, there's 45 minutes still to be played, and those 2 injuries for the Rain change everything.
Rain FC up 1-0 as we head to half. Welcome back to Tacoma, Washington. Rain FC on top here at halftime, 1-0 over the Houston Dash. And we'll take a look here back at the best of May in the NWSL. Enjoy.
Sam Kerr cuts back to the right. Sam Kerr with another goal! And the backflip.
Dorsey! Oh, what a stop!
Carson Pickett crosses it, a header, a goal for Orlando! Saved! Kottmeyer twice sent away! And she is fired up, so are these fans. How in the world did Kottmeyer save not once, but twice?
Daly shot, and Daly scores. Daly's second of the afternoon, and she now has a brace. What a stop by Britt Eckerstrom.
Nagasato into Sam Kerr. Sam Kerr! It falls!
Kerr trying to make it 2, and Kerr will find the roof of the net, and she now has 2 tonight. A brace last week and a brace today.
Cuts it to her right, shoots to the back post. Oh my, oh hi! What a goal!
Sam Kerr, it falls! Sam Kerr on defense.
And she now has 2 tonight, a brace last week and a brace today. Sam Kerr, the player of the month for May, also on the team of the month. But here we'll look at the Week 7 player of the week, Aubrey Bledsoe, 7 saves and a 2-0 win over the Chicago Red Stars last week. What can you say about Aubrey Bledsoe as she then shuts out Utah yesterday?
She's on a roll, and it's so great to see her continue her great performance from last season, where she and Kaylin Sheridan set a new record for saves in one season, and with a much stronger spirit in front of her, you can see they're looking towards a lot of success from 2019.
But so 7 saves in that win against Chicago and 9 saves earlier in the season. She is on fire right now for the Washington Spirit. And right now, they're the surprise team of the NWSL, sitting in first at 5-1-1 with 16 points and 8 goal differential. They are doing it all over as the Spirit take over that first spot with a win last night. But here at halftime, Reign FC 1, Houston Dash 0. We'll have highlights for you when we return. Welcome back to Tacoma as we take a look back at the first half highlights. Here you have a great corner from Reign FC. Andrews pops it back over. The header by McNabb blocked away by Campbell, then cleared out. Dash able to escape one on that try there from Reign FC. Those cat-like reflexes from Jane Campbell. Here, Ohai pops one in, then punched out by Murphy. Comes to Huerta, and then you see the handball by Morgan Andrews. And that's where Sofia Huerta would get a PK try, and here she would just send it left of the frame. 6 inches to the right, and maybe that's the first goal for Houston, but moments later, Jenkins squeezes it through to Balser, and then Balser just chips it right over. Houston wanted offsides, but did not get the flag. And Balser now with 3 goals on the season, and the lone goal this afternoon so far. That one coming in the 32nd minute, but here, Groom looking to attack again, looking for another goal, and then the save by Jane Campbell to keep it at 1-0. What a stop there by Jane Campbell to keep that one out of the back of the net. Onomonu there was lurking on the side, so if that rebound goes anywhere else other than where it did, Onomonu probably with the rebound and a put-back chance. But Reign FC, after 45 minutes of play, up 1-0. And Jen, your thoughts here in the second half for both these teams on what they needed to do. Reign to hold on to that lead, Houston to find an equalizer.
Well, Reign, with having to make 2 subs in the first half, they've got to remain in control, hopefully get another goal back so that they are, in control of this match, especially so that you don't have to bring in any subs. Thankfully, the weather is not an issue. No one should be getting too tired. The Dash, they have to get back into this match. Lost opportunity on the Huerta penalty kick. But we've seen some attacks. Kaylee Ohio keeps sneaking up there. As long as they can stay organized, they can get up there and attack.
They've had opportunities, just nothing on target. Huerta and Ojai have had a couple chances. Obviously, the best chance on that PK try by Huerta. Unable to get it by as we get started here in the second half from Cheney Stadium. Josh Toll and the keeper Jen Cooper with you this afternoon. For Reign FC, looking for their third win of the season. Houston Dash trying to find that equalizer goal to give themselves a chance to get their fourth win of the year. But they do have their work cut out from here in the second half as that's headed away. Naren on the touchline. Romero giving chase and nearly stolen away by Balser. Bethany Balser is such she's a rookie, but just does not feel it with the way that she's able to put pressure on those outside backs and center backs for Houston. We've seen her do that not in just this game, but in weeks past too.
I think it really speaks to the talent that Vlatko Andonovski has to developing players. You know, he always talks about spending time with special players and helping them to the next level. And I remember the draft this year, how frustrating it was for him that he had no picks in the draft because he loves to research the college.
Onomono onside, that one blocked. Campbell with another great stop.
And it's a goal kick because it went out on Onomono.
But that's twice. In the first half, we saw Shake Room with a break, and that time Onomono getting past that back row of Houston.
So I feel like with Andonovski not having any draft picks this year, Josh, that his alternative, his substitute is Bethany Balser.
A lot of times it's all about how you develop players. We've seen various coaches around the league that are so good at that, really take pride in the way that they draft. There's a lot of other teams, you'll see a lot of trades to find an established player as Campbell plays that away, but Balser right there once again. Reign looking for that second goal here early in the second half, I should say.
And I would think with Jess Fishlock being back with the Reign, that just gives a support system to Balser that she didn't have with so many players missing before for the Reign.
Kaiser taken away by Oyster. Mewis trying to slide that one through, unable to do so. Profit. Andrews.
Profit making her first appearance of the 2019 season. She's played both 2017 and 18, first with Chicago, then moving over to the Spirit. Sorry, she made the first appearance for the Reign.
Profit on the outside. Teresa. Teresa on the return pass. Ball over the top. Onomono there. Onomono with her right, and that one's going to be blocked out by Jane Campbell. Reign FC putting pressure
They've
on
got
Houston.
they've got to shut down Onomono. She came into that box, and at first there wasn't anybody on her. You saw the late run from Ari Romero to get over there, but you can't give a player that fast and that smart the time and space to do that.
Fishlock from Cardiff, Wales. Sent towards the top of the box, headed away by Brooks. That one's gonna rise well above.
Fishlock, she's earned more caps, international caps for Wales than any other player, male or female.
She's played in England, Germany, we talked about at start, won the Champions League with Lyon.
And she's played every season of NWSL with the Reign, and this was the first season where she was not in the starting lineup for the Reign on opening day. But hey, we'll excuse her. She was with Lyon, busy trying to, you know, win the French League and win the Champions League.
Balser trying to find a little space to work with. Square ball. Teresa sends one across. Onomonu, try to give it back to Fishlock. Couldn't do it though. Andrews. Hansen.
Trying to connect with Kaiser, and it's not quite happening.
Fishlock on the outside. That one blocked away. Brooks. Aaron towards midfield. That one will find its way out of play.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier that this field is a little bit narrower than most NWSL pitches. It shouldn't be an issue for Houston when their practice field in Houston is about this size.
Balser with a little bit of space. Trying to get by Prysock at the end line. And they are going to say goal kick for Houston.
Yeah, it was already across the line before Jane put her hands on it, so that's a goal kick instead of a corner.
For Houston, one of two teams now to score a goal in every game.
So far.
So far, looking for their first one, and Reign trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Utah, as of before yesterday, was one of three teams, but they were shut out yesterday. Houston trying to make it so that's not the case. They also have 6 games in a row in which they have scored a goal.
And that's a club record, and I'm sure they want to extend that. But bottom line, you just want to be in this game. You know, when the game's happening, you can't think about historical stats or, you know, what happened last time we played this team. It's got to be this game right now. How do we get back in it?
Teresa. Naren. Mewis. No one there for Houston. Misplaced pass there. Trying to find Ojai, but well behind.
Reign are lucky to have Teresa since Denmark did not make the Women's World Cup. And they probably would have been there if they hadn't have forfeited one game when they were protesting their pay from the Danish Federation. That cost them 3 points, and I think they only finished 2 points out of an automatic berth.
US. Drops it off for Ojai. That one, it looked like that one might sail over, but Murphy had to go up and make sure it didn't sail over, because that was going to maybe tuck its way under that crossbar.
That was going to be another oh my, oh hi moment, the little curve that had on that at the end.
Balser. Fishlock. Into the area. No one there for Reign FC. Take a look back at that shot by Ojai.
Right under the post. I mean, that's beautiful placement. And again, you got to appreciate the height of Casey Murphy.
6'1". Using
but also it's positioning. Great shot by Ojai. They need to see more of that, especially how she works with Mewis, how they work to get up for that attack.
Barnes. Back to Murphy. Houston showing a high press there. Murray. Brooks.
First season for Murray in NWSL after 4 seasons with Liverpool, but she and Amber Brooks and Kaylee Ojai all played together at North Carolina, winning the 2012 NCAA title.
Good job there by Westfall stepping in front of that pass. Hansen. Prysock. Now to Brooks. Murray on the outside. Groom. Through ball. And flag is up on that.
And you could see Jane Campbell almost hesitating, like, should I run out for that? Because it's so offside, and that was called offside. You know, and I'm noticing, Josh, that James Clarkson has taken off the jacket he was wearing in the first half. He was wearing his lucky jacket from the Sky Blue game, his first win as an NWSL coach. But he's taken it off, so I think that's saying this is a whole new half.
Ojai able to get around Teresa, sends it across. That one cleared away by Oyster. Nairn. US. Good stutter there. Kaiser. Kaiser fighting for that ball, able to win it back for Houston. Ojai. To the edge. To her right, trying to curl one again, and that one scooped up by Murphy.
Dangerous moment as Oyster just put her leg up to kind of stop that ball, but that could have caused a really awkward deflection. Fortunately, Murphy settled that no problem.
Murphy doing a good job seeing the ball all the way through, making sure that there's no loose balls off a deflection, making sure she's the only one that's able to grab it.
Yeah, drafted by Sky Blue, didn't play for the club last year, and clubs hold a draftee's rights for the first season. So she was basically a free agent for the Reign to sign this year.
US. Aaron. Played out by Nairn. Throw coming for Reign FC. Reign FC on the year at home. 2 wins, no losses, 1 draw. For Houston on the road. All of them win. 2 of those coming on the road for the Dash. Trying to find an equalizer here in the 59th minute. Oyster. Groom. Westfall on the outside. Fishlock. Pushed in. Headed up. Teresa. And she'll simply play it back. Oyster. Barnes now with it. Balser trying to get by Murray, unable to do so. Groom. Good job there by Brooks stepping through.
You You know, we've talked about all the different streaks at play here. Reign undefeated at Cheney Stadium. Dash scoring in their first six games, but Dash have got to change the tune here if they want to continue that streak.
You know, Dash have the ability to do so, but right now, Reign FC making it as difficult as possible for the Dash. And you're looking at Huerta, who's got the chances of scoring. You look at Kalia Ohai, who also has the ability to go back a few years ago where she had 11 goals on the season.
But I think the issue is really in the middle. So, you know, Prysock slotting in for Polkinghorn, that's been okay. But it's the middle, it seems like they're not controlling it, not being able to feed it up to the forwards as well. I mean, this is the first time for Haley Hansen to play in that number 10 spot.
Look at different roles in different position.
Yeah, first time for Kaiser to start. And I think pulling Nairn back a little bit on defense, we saw in the first half there was a little kind of miscommunication between her and Prysock.
Maybe here a chance for Huerta. Ball still loose.
Huerta definitely getting frustrated.
But here Houston a chance in the final third.
Good read by Murphy to come out, see where Huerta was going.
Yes. Crosses one, but headed away by Barnes. Balser. And this one will go back, and we'll have a kick coming for Reign FC. Barnes, the captain. She's ready to go. Sends it into the area. Lamono just not able to bring that down like she would have liked. She had a little space there near the end line. She's able to collect that one, but unable to do so.
And what a great impact player to pick up from Portland, you know, Wade, because that Portland roster is just so deep, you know, even with some of the international players gone. So what a get for Vlatko Nanovsky and the Reign.
Obviously someone they had on their radar when she was released.
She was picked up very quickly.
And she's played in every game so far for Reign FC since she's come over. Hansen. Nairn. Back to Hansen. Romero. Ohai. Houston trying to get a little build up there, just not able to get a pass in that final third like they would have liked. Prysock plays that off Balser. Balser with the lone goal, that coming back in the 32nd minute of the first half for Reign FC.
Prysock making her first career start in her first appearance. She could be the first Dash rookie this season to go full 90.
Brooks. Hansen, blocked by Andrews. Huerta sends one across, and Ohai just couldn't gather and then almost misplayed there by Murphy.
Yeah, total deflection by Ohio, but a great deflection that's going towards the goal. Hansen working hard to win that ball, get it up to Huerta, sends it in. Ohio's first touch, it bounces off her. Murphy comes down but doesn't settle it, so she's pressuring for that second ball.
Punched over to Fishlock, and she's tripped up, and this one right outside the box. And another great chance here coming for Reign FC. Houston arguing their case, and they're not going to win this argument.
You can tell Naren saying this just happened on the other end and you didn't call it. I mean, from that angle, we can't see anything.
Looked like maybe she got that back heel, as we'll have a yellow card given out. 2 yellow cards now handed out. Groom the first one, Price sock on that one.
And Allie Pricesock getting her first yellow in her first match.
Fishlock with a great chance here for Reign FC to possibly give them their second goal of the afternoon. The 32-year-old settles in. Fishlock sends it in, and that one punched up in the air and over by Jane Campbell. What a save! That one went over the wall. Campbell able to lunge out towards it and punch it over the net.
Right-footed shot going into that sweet spot right under the crossbar. But Jane reads it well, even from behind the wall, to get that one hand on it, send it over.
Things not done yet for Reign FC as now they set up for a corner. Sent towards the top of the box. Westphal heads it. Fishlock. Near chance on that free kick moments ago from about 19 yards out. A spectacular save by Jane Campbell. Just a top-notch save by Campbell to help keep her team in this. Huerta now with it on the near side. Cuts into her right. Now one's gonna be stopped on the bouncer by Murphy.
Nicely threaded through all those players there, but Murphy had that read pretty well.
See Murphy, when she gets a chance to be on top of the ball, it's not too often that she lets that ball get too far away from her body. Mewis. Naren.
I was interviewing Mewis earlier this week for the next episode of the Dash Player Spotlight podcast, and I asked her how her parents handle having both her and her sister, Sam Mewis, in the league, especially when they play against each other. And she said they just switch jerseys at halftime.
It's a fun way to do it. Now, today at least they don't have to worry about one jersey as the offside flag is up.
She said that she and her sister both told them, you don't have to do that, it's okay, we're grown-ups now. But they're like, no,
you're
no,
never a
halftime.
grown-up when you're a parent. You're always your parent's child. It's also great to see the 2 daughters, one playing for North Carolina and representing the USA, and then Christy Mewis here with the Houston Dash.
Who also has 15 caps and a goal for the U.S. Women's National Team from 2013-2014. Yeah, they played at the U17 Women's World Cup together, the U20 World Cup. I, kind of wish they could continue.
Well, who knows? Maybe down the road, maybe. Never want to close that door on anyone. As we approach the 71st minute, Reign FC up 1-0 here in Tacoma, Washington at Cheney Stadium. Reign FC a point in every game at home. They have 2 wins and 1 draw.
And there we saw James Clarkson, first-year coach for NWSL. He's been part of the Houston Dash Dynamo landscape for a long time. Been a transplanted Texan for about 25 years, but.
Well, you know you're a transplanted Texan when you say 70 degrees is cold out.
Yeah.
Romero is going to let that one go out as she's going to have a throw for the Dash. Dash trying to find an equalizer. Reign FC has had a couple chances here in the second half, have not been able to add to their lead.
You know, and speaking of World Cups, Josh, we've got World Cup players on both benches here. Monica Gonzalez played for Mexico in the '99 World Cup. She's assistant coach for the Dash now. And Stephanie Cox played 2007 and 2011 for the USA. She's actually suited up as a national team replacement player for the Reign, but she's normally assistant coach for the Reign.
Prize sock. Hansen head up, looking for someone to pass the ball to. Likes to go down the line. No one's able to stay in. Huerta has a chance. Maybe gonna run down that far touch line. Kristen Westphal getting her first start of the year for Reign FC today. Switching the point of attack to Ojai. Ojai, that one knocked out of play.
Ojai, Dash's all-time leader in games played, minutes, goals, and assists, though Rachel Daly is certainly on her heels when it comes to goals scored. Ojai, Romero, and Henninger are the only players on the squad right now who were members of the Dash in 2014, the inaugural season.
Kaiser trying to get to Oyster. That one off Kaiser and out of play. Last time these two teams met ended in a 1-1 tie. Houston trying to get that one goal on the board to get that equalizer. Reign trying to keep them off that scoreboard. Barnes turning. Huerta steals it away. Huerta unfortunately can't keep that in for the Dash, and now Reign will have a goal kick.
Yeah, Reign only have one shutout so far this season, so this would be second shutout for the club, first for Murphy in her second NWSL game.
That only shutout coming against the Washington Spirit.
And so we see national team replacement player Ari Calderon coming on for CC Kaiser. Ari was signed about 10 days ago. She's played for the Mexican national team. She played at the Brooklyn campus of Long Island University. And this is her first appearance for the Dash.
Broom into the area. Broom with a little space, trying to cross it back to Fishlock. And that one just over the head of Jess Fishlock. Nice back heel. Teresa able to get there before Ojai, though. Fishlock in the circle. Andrews. Barnes. Profit. Now Westphal, far side. Reign being patient here in the second half. They've attacked when needed. They've also been very patient in how they built up from the back.
And they still have one more sub to use if they need it. Dash sitting on 2 more subs.
You look at those first 2 subs too come in for Reign FC in the first half. Brooks plays it back. Campbell towards midfield. And that one, dangerous play there for Campbell.
Satara waited way too long. Starmer waiting way too long to make a decision. You see how hesitation will punish you. You either have to take it or let the keeper. You can't go back and forth. Or Jane Campbell should have been calling her off.
Either way, not the best communication right there.
Yeah, with that pressure on the ball.
Onomonu doing a great job pressing there. And
maybe she didn't see Onomonu coming.
Oh, hi, sends one across. Andrews. Chance here.
Way to get a ball off. Not quite on target, though.
But you like the thought process there behind that shot. Just unfortunately finding its way drifting to the left of the frame. You talked about earlier how Aaron has that ability to fire from anywhere on the pitch, and she has the leg strength to get it on target. That one, unfortunately for Houston, not on the frame of the goal. And Reign, no dangers there.
And she played the 2013 season with Seattle when they were the Seattle Reign. Also the 2017 season before being traded to Orlando for 2018.
Onomonu in the box, plays it back. Fishlock, able to get it at the top. Profit. Barnes. Andrews. Westfall. Nice touch to Groom. Groom. Trying to play that one behind Brooks, but hit Brooks' leg. People out tonight here in Tacoma. Another good showing. In their first year at Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington.
And so far look to be undefeated at their new venue. At Memorial Stadium, where they played 5 seasons, they went 36, 6, and 16, including playoff games. The first 2 seasons completely, every single game at Memorial Stadium, undefeated. Because their only losses those seasons came in the championship games, and neither championship game was played at Memorial Stadium.
Let's talk about the importance of home field advantage. Reign trying to bring that down to Cheney Stadium now. Oyster. Headed back, Prysock.
I think we could be seeing another dash sub. Looks like maybe Jamia Fields was walking up to that 4th official.
Onomonu. Just not enough weight on that pass as Murray's able to cut it off.
So here's the next sub for Houston. They still have one more. Jamia Fields coming in for Sofia Huerta. Fields started her NWSL career with Western New York Flash, coming out of Florida State. Then spent some time with Orlando Pride. Made the Dash roster this year, coming out of preseason trials.
Fishlock turns in. That one stopped by Campbell. Fishlock doesn't need much room. When she gets a touch, a chance opportunity, she's not afraid to take a shot on target. Balser. Onamono to her right. Balser cuts inside to the right with the right foot, and that one played off of Satara Murray.
Balser coming around with the right, gets by Brooks pretty easily, but Satara Murray reads that well, just that foot on it to send it out for a corner. Take the corner over a shot on goal anytime.
Fishlock walking over to the corner. Both teams have now used 2 subs on the afternoon. The delivery towards the back post, and that one grabbed in the air by Campbell, and Campbell looking to run.
Campbell looking so much more confident after that save. Save on that free kick. That always energizes a keeper.
Let's see who this whistle is going to be awarded to. It looks like it's going to be awarded to Reign FC. There you see Calderon for Houston. Her and Lauren Barnes going at it on that one.
Calderon can be pretty feisty. Some U.S. fans may remember her scoring against the U.S. Last year, where she basically pushed the ball into the goal along with Jane Campbell. I wonder if Jane remembers that.
You don't think they're talking about that at practice ever?
They all know each other.
Calderon falls down. Andrews takes it away, but gives it right over to Nairn. Mewis. Outside to Ojai. Ojai cuts to her left. Good job by Fishlock coming back to help out on that one. Murray. Nairn. Ojai once again. Good job there by Teresa, making sure Ojai can't get past her.
She's been the biggest threat for the Dash, is turning that corner. If Ojai is able to get that cross off, that's been their most potent attack.
And we've seen her with the left foot try to shoot in on target, and also with the right foot. Almost a mirror image of a curler a few weeks ago that she had for a goal. '84th minute, Reign up 1-0. Looking for their 3rd win of the season. And their 3rd win at home on the year. And now Bethany Balser off. Megan Kelly in for Reign FC. Balser, the lone goal scorer in the 32nd minute.
Kelly, a player that Vlatko Nanoski has used before back at Kansas City. She was signed as a national team replacement player. American citizen, but she has represented Canada internationally. And her older sister also played for Vlatko Nanoski in the 1st season of NWSL.
Hansen off the leg, but she's able to retain possession. Fields cuts it across. Nairn high into the air. Nothing going for the Dash once again on that, as they have a little over 5 minutes to find an equalizer for Reign FC. Hoping to hold on, if not, at least add one more tally to the board to give themselves a little breathing room.
Yeah, it only takes one great play, as we saw with the Reign North Carolina game last week. Rain were up 2-0. Suddenly, North Carolina gets one back pretty late, a 2-1 game, and, you know, high pressure or something going from, we're up 2-0, we're going to win. They're like, what? Maybe this team might even tie.
Oyster spins it down. Fields. Over the top, but too much strength behind that pass.
Nice idea by Fields. She scored the game winner for Florida State back in the 2014 NCAA championship match, and it was just this past December, and Florida State won their second NCAA title, beating North Carolina.
Fields' third appearance of the season. Mewis. Darting forward, fires it with the left! And that one just over the top. But Christy Mewis with a great look and a great strike. Just a little bit too high.
Left-footed shot, such power right over that bar, and of course the netting makes you think that it's actually in as it bounces around it. Again, I believe that one would have gotten past Murphy, and that would have been Mewis's first goal since before her injury last May. Dash definitely not giving up.
Still pushing forward, still trying to find an equalizer. Whistle there. Onomonu has been successful here coming on, I should say, as a substitution. She came on early for the injury to Darian Jenkins. I don't know if it's anything major, but usually you see Onomonu coming in late in the second half as that sub.
Yeah, her other two appearances for Reign totaled 19 minutes, and she's also already well past that for this season. And she didn't see a lot of time with Portland last year. I mean, with the contraction of the league, Boston players being picked up, almost all of them got picked up, but it didn't mean that you were going to get time, especially if you're picked up by Portland, such a deep roster.
Campbell boots it down the field. Headed up by Westfall. Dash coming forward, looking to get this throw in. With just over a couple minutes remaining. Calderon cuts it across. And that one somehow squeezed through three different players. But nothing going for Houston on that try. Brooks chips one. Barnes will send it out of play. Houston will make Reign work as much as possible here. Fishlock striding forward. Andrews. Teresa. Marin. Romero on the far side. Fields. Back to Hansen. Mewis. Ohai. Ohai sends one across. Hansen trying to retain that, unable to do so, but comes right to Naren. She fires. Oh, and Naren gets the equalizer. Houston Dash find a way to get back in this one. And Naren, the one to get on the board for the Dash.
Her first goal for the Houston Dash against her former club that she spent 2 different NWSL seasons with. The latest goal that the Dash have scored this season. And I'm sure James Clark is thinking, they keep wanting to give me a heart attack. Solid right foot shot, and we've talked about that during the game. She just has so much power with both of her feet. Sneaks that by Casey Murphy.
And you can see the sigh of relief there on some of the Dash players. Naren in the 90th minute gets the equalizer. it looked like Reign FC was going to come out on top at home with 3 points. We'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time, but Naren late in the game, getting her first goal with a dash and the important equalizer here to try to escape with at least 1 point on the afternoon.
And both teams keeping their streaks alive at this point. Seattle still undefeated at home if this score stands, and Houston has now scored in 7 straight games. That is extending a new club record for them.
Still, you saw them fighting all the way to the very end, making things as
and
difficult
it's not
as
over.
possible.
Let's not talk like it's over, because it ain't over till it's over.
And Reign, they've had some runs where they've been able to find Onomonu. Can they get one last run here late? Campbell well out. And forward and now Houston.
You can see Brooks was talking to her like, you take it, you take it. No confusion about whose ball that's going to be.
Hansen with a chance. She was trying to slide that through to Mewis, unable to do so. Murray.
You know, Josh, this is his second match in a row for Seattle to give up a really late goal. Ursek scored last week in the 89th, and here you have Naren scoring in the 90th.
Fishlock pops it over the top. Brooks does enough to shield Onomono away for Campbell to get there. Saw miscommunication earlier between Murray and Campbell. That time Brooks making sure that Campbell knew what was going on. Profit. Barnes plays it forward. Maybe one last effort here. Groom on the outside. Prysock there for Houston. Andrews. And no one there on that pass try. I have to imagine this goal kick might seal it here. That goes out of play. Flicked up into the air, headed away. Fishlock. Mewis into the circle. Through ball. Stepping in front of that is Oyster. Over the top. An offside flag is up. Megan Kelly in the area for Reign FC. And there is the final whistle. Houston in the 90th minute able to get the equalizer from Christine Naren. It took 90 minutes, but they found a way. A little frustration for Reign FC as it looked like they might come out with 3 points tonight, but unable to do so. Their lone goal coming from the rookie Bethany Balser. Jen, your overall thoughts tonight?
Seattle opportunity lost, and unlike last week when they were up 2 goals, you're only up 1. To let one in that late, you miss a valuable 3 points. But still, undefeated at home, getting a 3rd goal from Bethany Balser. Jess Fishlock back in the mix. That's got to feel pretty good. Dash squeezing out a point at the end. That's got to be pretty satisfying too.
Squeezing out a point on the road. We'll have highlights for you when we return. Welcome back to Tacoma, Washington. Our final, Reign FC 1, Houston Dash in the 90th minute, getting the equalizer. This game finishes at 1-1 as we'll take a look back at the highlights of this afternoon's game, and what a game it was between these two clubs. Here, Ojai chips it across and then punched away by Murphy, and then you have the handball by Morgan Andrews off the Huerta try. And Huerta would have a chance here on a PK that she would like to have back, as that just finds its way off target. And then Reign FC would respond just moments later. Jenkins squeezes this through to Balser, and Balser just chips it right over Campbell for the goal in the 32nd minute. She now has 3 goals on the season, does the rookie out of Spring Arbor. What a beautiful goal there for Bethany Balser, and her team would be up for a majority of this one As here you see this chipped across, and Fishlock tripped up by Prysock. That would earn her a yellow card. And Fishlock would have a great opportunity right here, but Campbell with a better save. Otherwise, that one's going in for a for sure goal. Even Fishlock can't believe it, but a chance there for Reign FC to put themselves up 2-0 at the time, unable to do so here. Mewis works her way to left, plays it over to Ojai. Ojai sends one across. This comes back to Hansen. Hansen's ball's deflected, and just a poor clearance right to Nairn, and Nairn in the back right corner in the 90th minute, getting the equalizer for the Houston Dash. It took an entire 90 minutes, but Houston able to find the equalizer late. And we were talking about it off air, Jen. Reign FC, a couple weeks in a row, just not closing the game down like they would like. And for Houston Dash, finding a way to fight all the way through for the end as we take a look at the stats from today's match.
So even on possession, it's kind of crazy but Reign, of course, having the edge with shots on goal. So impressive of the Dash to fight back and remain undefeated on the road. No other team in the league is undefeated on the road right now. But Reign, they need to finish that final 5-2 minutes of the game.
For both these two teams and all NWSL clubs, off next week for the World Cup break. But Reign FC, next game will be against Washington. That one on June 15th. For the Houston Dash on the 15th as well. They will take on Orlando in Houston. But for our replay operator, Jake McCloskey, our director, Gage Tillotson, our producer, Wes Zentek, Jen Cooper, I'm Josh Toll. Reign FC 1, Houston Dash 1. Good night from Tacoma.
This broadcast is presented by authority of the National Women's Soccer League and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the